Then I had this thought, what if I put them this way instead of horizontally? That might work. Back up at the shed a friend and I built last year. This panel needs to go up there, and I'm by myself, so I have to figure out how to support it to get it up there so I can use my drill on it, my driver on it. Just wanted to show you before I do that the inside, kind of explain what's going on here. This side already has the panel on it, and so does the back, so there's no sunlight showing. Once that one's up, no sunlight showing, and it's warmer in here. Like, it's windy outside, you can't even feel it. The wind in here, it's not as cold, but I still have work to do. The tar paper did not do well with all the rain and the wind, and I'd like to tar paper the panels that go over the screening. So that's what I'm doing. I'm about to get this drill, which is on the other side of that briar, the driver, and attach that. Hey y'all, this is a project I started last summer, but it's been a little bit neglected. Whoa! So what I'm doing today is I got that board back right there on the wall to close off that screened area for the winter time so it won't be as cold. And then the next thing I'm working on, see if you can see that, I got the barbed wire right there, is putting a little panel like this over on the other side of the door or the opening, because I did intend for there to be a gate or a door or something here, so when I have my goats up here I can close them in. So I've measured to 14 inches out, which is the same measurement of that side of that one, and I've got a 2x4 in the Terex. Let's see if I can show you that. Yep, there it is right there, and I'm going to cut that with a electric rotary saw, and then I'm going to screw from the outside of this bigger board to hold that 2x4 in place, and then screw it down also to the 2x4 or 2x6 that's down there. So that's what I'm doing next. I have the problem of being up here by myself, how to get that heavy piece of OSB up. But what I did was use that pallet right there and propped it on the pallet, and then I was easily able to one hand push up a corner and then screw a screw in and just anchor it and then rotate it up. So there's ways to work around being, you know, doing these projects on your own. You just have to be smart and figure it out, not let it fall on your head or on your foot or something like that. I always try to avoid those things. Pallets are also good for being an impromptu platform for doing a little sawing. End of the day, I got everything done that I wanted to. Here's my two doors. They're made from the pallet. I just cut the pallet in half, and then right on the end of each door I put a 1x4 because it fits perfectly on there. And now all I have to do is figure out how I'm going to hang them. I've got hinges, but there's an inset here between the 2x6 and the OSB that I'd have to attach it to the 2x4 right behind it. And so I might have to scab something in there, but if I have to, I will. So I'm going to leave that for another day. I'm going to put them inside so they don't get weathered. And thanks for watching, y'all. I really enjoy doing projects and getting stuff done. All right, y'all. Bless you. Shalom. All right, shalom. So it's a day later. Trump's been elected president. Woot, woot. And due to my inexperience and my overzealousness, these doors are too big for my opening. And so I have come up with the plan to cut them in half. So this is the last time we're going to see these doors whole. And then I am going to have 4 doors, like 2 barn doors to cover that. And I think it'll work. I have enough hinges and it'll make them lighter weight and also cover that space enough to keep the animals in, because I just can't. It's that or cut a 16-foot panel in half and use a wire panel for the door. But I don't think, you know, like winter time, that's going to be cold. It's going to be cold and the baby goats can go through it. And I can back this door, even when it's 4 pieces, with chicken wire to keep baby goats in and predators away from the baby goats. So that's what I'm doing today. It's going to break my heart, but I kind of have to do it. And luckily, where I plan on cutting on this door is going to actually be really easy. I'm not going to end up having to go through anywhere that's nailed. I'm not going to have to go through any board that's so thick I'll have to handsaw. I can use my electric saw on where my cuts are going to be. I'm going to cut these fresh pieces of wood that I just put on there last night. These brand new 1x4s. But again, I'm only going to take off like 3 inches of it. So yeah, it's kind of like when you sew, whatever you sew, so shall you rip. I'm inexperienced. I'm willing to admit that. And I'm also really excited. Like, I loved making these doors. I felt really satisfied with them. But they're just going to have to go. So I'm going to get to it. Then I had this thought, what if I put them this way instead of horizontally? That might work. It's not finished, but it's getting there. I put some siding that I found up, and I got the doors done. I had to do 4 doors, and they are on there in the jankiest way, but they work. Right now, I'm just tying them closed. I will get to that later. The goats aren't even in here right now. They've escaped once before I fixed the gate, but got pallets in there so I can put hay. And with the siding on it, it's going to be even more wind resistance. And then I just need to get some siding on this side. And I don't know, I think I'll just paint those panels. Probably those. And then I will consider it done.